up, come spend some time. I know it's early, the start of a new day. No need to worry, it's Local Cafe. Rise and shine, baby, wake and bake. Clear out your mind, baby, just take a break. Local Cafe. Chill out with us today.
Good morning, everybody, on this beautiful, beautiful Friday, February the 7th. Hope we all had a great week. Hopefully it was stress-free. Hopefully work was beautiful. Thank you for being here in the morning to bring it in with us. Welcome to the coolest, the calmest, and the chillest in all the LCU, Local Cafe, everybody. As you guys know, I'm here with my lovely, faithful co-host, Miss Beans. How you doing, Miss Beans?
I'm doing great. How are you? I'm here to give you your daily dose of beans.
Hey, we love it. So, guys, I got a second light. I saw some people in chat were saying warmer, so I'm assuming a little bit more of a yellowish hue to it, whatever it's called. So let me know if this is any better, guys. You know, lighting is my bottom tier of knowledge, so all help is appreciated when it comes to this, guys. So Miss Beans, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. So again, I have my Hello Kitty cup.
Ooh.
And the Cafe Bustelo, which is a staple at this point.
Oh, 100% it is.
And I'm mixing it up a little bit with a little bit of protein shake. By the way, I do not recommend this. This is sickly sweet. I'm just drinking it because I need to gain some pounds before fat camp.
Sickly sweet. Is that the name of it, or are you just saying it's sickly sweet?
It's called raw, but it's sickly sweet to me.
Oh, got it. Okay.
My opinion.
I'm with you. So for this Friday morning, I decided to go with a blend of Tim Hortons and oatmeal cream pie.
Ooh.
For everybody that doesn't know, Bluebell ice cream does a oatmeal cream pie that is to die for. I hate ice cream, but I love some oatmeal cream pie ice cream. Bro, that, bar none, is the best. So, we're getting into this thing, Miss Beans.
Yes, we are. Okay, so we're going to do the daily espresso as always. The famous Big Bear Eagles, Jackie and Shadow. So today is February 7th, 2025. There's only 26 days until Hatch Day. Will you like to pull that up, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Look at old mama chilling. That's awesome. Guys, we're getting closer. We are getting closer to the day. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be beautiful. And it's going to be nature. So, as you know, we love nature here at Local Cafe. And, you know, Mama Bird doing what she needs to do. It's a beautiful thing, guys. So, we'll see what happens in 26 days.
I mean, they say parenting is all about sacrifice, but at least human parents don't have to sit on their kids 24/7 for a month.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? Getting the, you know, instead of sitting on the egg, they have to carry the egg as the egg blossoms into a human being. That is beautiful.
Maybe they took babysitting just a little bit too serious.
Oh, the puns. I love it. It's a Friday. We needed full of puns this morning, so it's beautiful.
So next we're going to move on to the daily horoscope. Aquarians born on February 7th are private people. They have a secret side that they only show to those closest to them.
Ooh.
They need to express strong opinions, but do so in a gracious and non-threatening way. That's nice. People born on February 7th need to make their ideas and opinions heard. This affects every important act of life and comprises their spiritual and intellectual base. Interesting. They have integrity and place their friends on the same level as family. They may be slow to commit to love, but once they do, the relationship takes on a spiritual significance. They are not only traditionally romantic, they dislike sentimentality. They are adventurous, looking for life to provide some of their answers.
This appears to be a all or nothing type situation with the Aquarius on February the 7th.
Very, very interesting. And if you were born today, happy birthday. I'm glad that you could join us on Locale Cafe.
Beautiful.
Next, we're going to move into this day in history, February 7th. So in this day in history, in 2013, Mississippi became the last U.S. state to officially abolish slavery. Interesting.
In 2013?
In 2013.
That is wild. Oh, Mississippi.
Mississippi. It had ratified the 13th Amendment in 1995, but failed to submit the necessary paperwork to make it official.
You know what the sad part is? If someone like knew this and they were in Mississippi and they tried to do like some BS and they're like, well, it's technically still legal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the feds would step in at that point saying like, look, just stop it. Just stop all this BS. Like, and who knows if they did it on purpose, Beans, because it took a mere 21 more years to get that straight. I don't know. A little flaky. Yes, man.
I feel like it was like an intern just like going through the file cabinet and pulling something else and being like, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to move on to 1992. The European Union was formed with the signing of the Maastricht Treaty?
The EU, yeah. Interesting. So to all the UK people, happy EU Day, if that's what you're into.
So in 1984, while in orbit 170 miles above the Earth, Navy Captain Bruce McCandless, interesting name, the second became the first human being to perform an untethered spacewalk while he exited the U.S. Space Shuttle Challenger. I don't think I could do that.
You're just like, screw it.
Have you seen that movie? What is that movie where there was somebody in space and all of a sudden they like let go of the space station and they just started drifting into space?
That's not Interstellar. The one with Matt Damon. Was Matt Damon the dude? I don't know.
Idea. I suck with actors in movies.
Usually
Grin
I see
is fantastic at it.
Usually I see space and I tune out because I'm really not into space. So.
Really?
Yeah,
you
really
didn't
not.
like Interstellar?
No, I never saw it. I'm not a space person. I just feel
We're gonna
like
have a cafe movie night.
I just feel like, with space, it's just easy, kind of like Marvel, right? Because it's just, all right, let's just figure it out. We're out here. Doesn't matter what it is because we don't know what it is anyway. I don't know. Like the Star Trek and Star Wars and all that nerd crap. I can't do it.
I mean, when I was younger, I used to try to stay away from everything space only because it gave me so much anxiety. Just thinking that I'm like a speck in this universe.
Yeah.
It gave me a lot of thoughts of impending doom. But slowly I started getting into it, and I think it's very interesting and a very lovely thing to discover. And if you haven't seen the latest Alien movie, amazing.
Oh, Romulus? Yeah, so I need to watch it because I actually watched 1 and 2. I know that's space also, but like people are getting destroyed, so, a little different. But I didn't know this. My buddy told me, I think it was James Cameron, who directed Terminator 2, also directed Alien 2. And he's like, you can tell a very distinct difference between 1 and 2, and you definitely could.
That makes sense. So in 1940, Disney's Pinocchio premiered, becoming one of the most beloved animated films of all time. And then in 1812, the strongest of a series of earthquakes struck near New Madrid, Missouri, causing the Mississippi River to briefly run backwards.
Bruh. Imagine they had Cryptic Cowgirl. Welcome to Cash Cow. Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate you. Thank you. That's awesome. Speaking of, did we all see Grimm get his first crown yesterday? Guys, that was awesome. Grimm's an awesome dude. he sacrificed a lot to be able to make test happen, you know, and to be a good host and all that. I know yesterday they kind of set him up for failure because they stayed live on air in that room for a little bit longer than normal. But King Scott came through and gave him a crown. That is amazing. You know, Grim definitely deserves it. And one step closer to some hardware on your hand there, Miss Beans. Hey.
Hopefully.
Yeah, so shout out to King Scott and shout out to... I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
I just want to say shout out to Scott and Grim. Y'all are awesome. Grim's in the chat. That's beautiful. Congratulations, bro. You 100% deserve it. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And I believe we have some clips later on that shows his reaction to getting his first crown.
Oh, yeah.
Which is going to be very awesome to see. It was a very genuine reaction.
That's beautiful.
So, talking about rings and love and things of that nature, Valentine's Day countdown. February 14th is just 7 days away. You have 1 week if you don't have any ideas. If you don't have any ideas, we're actually going to give you some. Costco has some Valentine's Day ideas for you. Under $50, there is a bountiful garden bouquet.
There we go.
For all you flower lovers. There is something called Miss Field's Happy Valentine's Day Cookie Combo Tin.
We love a good tin.
For those who like snacking. I don't know if you're one of these people, but once you have something that's like in tin form, you like to wash it out once you're done and keep the tin and just put a whole bunch of stuff in there.
So I used to, and then I had too many, so I had to get rid of them all. It became a problem. It definitely became a problem because it's too easy, right? Like, you know, Costco, they have like those before we get into that, we have a $10 dono from Car Bunky. Ken and Beans, what are your favorite movies? Miss Beans, go ahead. What's your favorite cinematic experience?
This is very difficult.
While she thinks, I'll go ahead because I already know what it is. It's Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is my number one all-time movie. If I knew I was going to die after watching one movie, it's Pulp Fiction. People love like this MCU BS and all this money that they're making. But if you go back and look at what Pulp Fiction did to cinema and what directors and actors and very predominant figures were talking about how it changed cinema. I don't see CGI changing cinema. Well, it kind of does. It makes it more lazy. But I'm telling you, Pulp Fiction changed everything. And to me, Tarantino is the greatest director to ever walk the face of this earth. Sorry, Miss Beans, continue.
Makes sense. I actually have to say maybe Interstellar.
Really?
Yeah, I never seen Interstellar before, and then I had to watch it for a extracurricular sort of elective class in university. And yeah, I was flabbergasted to how... Oh, Sid. Okay, Sid in the chat, she said, I think Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is one of my favorites. I also had to watch that for my cinema class.
I've never heard of that.
And that was a really good one. Yeah, it actually has am I remembering wrong? Jim Carrey? I don't know. I'm horrible with my memory.
Chat,
but that
look
is
that
a
up.
really good one.
Let us know. Chat, look it up. Let Miss Beans know what her favorite movie actors are. I got to say, though, so real quick, since we're on cinema, I have to get this out. So there was a period of time I was into like really old films, right? And I kind of broke into the 70s genre of what they call blaxploitation. It was all black cast, black directors, literally everybody was like just black that was involved in that movie. That's kind of the point of the movie. So, Blackula is a goated movie. I know people like don't take it seriously, but William Marshall depiction of Blackula, Dracula, whatever you want to call it, he's named Blackula in the movie for those. But I'm telling you, it is. If you just don't take it seriously, just pay attention to William Marshall and just the heart and soul he put into that movie. It is amazing. Justin Masters, $10. Best ghost-faced impression. What is your favorite scary movie? And then Ilias with the one gifted. Thank you, Ilias. That's beautiful. Mr. Neon Treon, one of the goats of my streaming career. Thank you, sir. Make sure you thank Mr. Elias. So, favorite scary movie from Mr. Justin Masters?
I would say Midsummer. Midsummer is very interesting because of all the folklore that's in there. There are some hidden things if you really pay attention to the movie.
Mhm.
It's one of those movies where you have to watch multiple times to really get what they're trying to say, or to get all the lore that they're trying to throw at you, like subliminal. Can't
Subliminally.
talk today. Exactly.
Hey. So, I don't know if you guys will consider this a horror movie, but mine is House of a Thousand Corpses by Rob Zombie. I love that movie. It is really good. Obviously, it's not,
I didn't
but
I didn't know that he made
So-
scary movies.
so he did like his own Halloween iteration, which was pretty Rob Zombie, and I'm gonna leave it there because people know what I'm saying. But yeah, House of a Thousand Corpses, and then went into like Devil's Rejects, and then went into a third movie I can't think of off the top of my head. He did like a trilogy of it. It's pretty interesting. I like it. I'm not a fan of like AAA big motion picture movies. I've noticed that about myself. It's kind of just one of those things where, if it's like a big budget movie and they put so much into it, if you watch like independent film and you just see what people can create with the smallest budget and just learn to appreciate that, to me, you get a lot more of the experience than like, A-list actors, CGI, all this crazy stuff. I don't know, man. I've kind of learned that about myself. I'm not a mainstream person. So then one more from Mr. Bruggs, the Australian 5, Wall-E is a great film. Never seen it. I don't.
You have a wife that's so obsessed with Disney, and you never seen like any
Bro.
of the Disney movies.
So my first Disney film I ever saw, I was 27 years old, and it was The Lion King.
The original, right?
Yes. Evil Dead. Neon. I forgot about the Evil Dead. God, that was a comedy in my opinion. It wasn't really scary, but no. So I watched The Lion King, and I said, this is very violent for children. Who is watching this? I thought it was violent for children, but whatever. Anyways,
Yes.
I was going to say, you guys have been featured Locale Cinema.
Literally, somebody went on test and tried to do locale cinema, but they didn't really talk about like any movies. I think it's just like because it was like so last minute. And Grim said L Ken, by the way.
Yes, I'm getting L's in the chat now. Bruggs is in there. Guys, listen, I'm sorry. I can't with Disney. I can't. They just piss me off in all forms of anything. Bjorn Turrock the 12th said 3 from Hell. Yes, that is the third film iteration after Devil's Rejects and the Rob Zombie. Yes, it is. So thank you. Appreciate that.
So I used to be super into watching like really old shows. So I've watched Dinosaurs before. Great show.
Yep.
Baby Billy reminds me of the baby that says not the mama.
I can't do
so,
a Baby Ken voice, by the way. I tried. I was going to put it on you, but I was like, nah, I can't. It's
That
Baby
baby-
Ken. Like, I can't do it.
So I used to watch Dinosaurs. I made Grim watch it. The Munsters, if you ever seen that, that's a really good show too. It's kind of like Addams Family-esque.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
I did know that Rob Zombie did cinema because he did the Monsters movie.
Really?
Yeah, it was horrible, but
Oh, the Munster movie. Yes. I thought you said monsters, but Munsters, yes. I saw that and I was like, not going to happen. I'm not watching this. Like, Rob Zombie is one of those like dudes where, if he does it, it's either going to be really good or really crap. You know what I mean? So Grim poking the bear with Baby Ken, dude, I can't hold that tone of voice for so long. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. I love you guys, but I do have some voice things in my mixer that I could try out. I have no idea what they are, but Anyways,
Let me save
anyways.
you from this predicament. Let's move on to
Yes,
brew for
thank you.
your brain
Thank you. Thank
useless
you.
facts.
We love our
So
useless
the
facts here,
world
ladies and gentlemen.
so the world's most expensive coffee comes from animal poop, if you didn't know.
I will not be
So the
trying that.
Kopi Ludwak is made from beans that have been eaten and excreted by cats. It can cost up to $600 per pound.
Grim with the $2. Give me baby Ken or give me death. Grim,
In Minecraft.
yeah, in Minecraft. Stop spending that crown money, Grim. You got a ring to save up for, bro. Don't be donating to me for some baby Ken. You know what I mean? Like, just keep it. Thank you, Grim. We love you, bro.
Moving on, Beethoven was obsessed with coffee. He insisted on using exactly 60 coffee beans per cup. Not 59, not 61, just 60
Per cup.
per cup.
I'm going to count that out, and next show, I'm going to bring it in a little, like, baggy. Because I want to see how much coffee that is. I'm going to do that for next show. I'm curious. I'm
Nice.
genuinely curious about that.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty interesting to kind of give people like a visualization. Yesterday, I was actually scrolling through Instagram Reels because that's what I like to do when I want my off brain time. And did you know that Smoke on the Water is actually Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, I think, backwards?
Really?
You know, the dun dun
Yeah, oh, yeah.
dun dun.
Oh,
dun,
yeah. That's a
dun.
classic song. Who doesn't know that song?
I know how to play. That's the only song I know how to play on guitar because it's only done on one string.
Oh,
I
really?
went to one music lesson, yeah, and then never again.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
So there's a town in Norway where the sun doesn't rise for 2 months. That's interesting.
That is.
Do you know how to pronounce that, Mr. Ken?
No, I don't. We love you, Sweden, but Jesus Christ, we cannot say your town names. Have you seen...
Wait. No, this is Norway. I was gonna be like,
Oh,
Sweden.
Norway.
We can
Sorry.
talk
I
about.
apologize.
You can
My
bring
bad.
Channery in here.
My bad.
My
I
girl.
apologize. Yo, have you seen like that long, really long name that's like more than 26 letters? And like the dude like pronounces it like in the weather report. It's like one of those things. It's weird, bro. I have to find that clip. It's wild.
So there is also an island in Japan ruled by bunnies.
Ooh.
That's cute. It's known as Rabbit Island and is home to thousands of fluffy, friendly rabbits that just hop around like they own the place, because they kind of do.
Yeah. Oh, man.
We got a lot of useless facts today. If you don't know, Grim actually calls me his little bunny sometimes.
That's beautiful. That is
Little pet name.
very touching. I call my wife my personal Reese cup because she's Mexican and black, so peanut butter and chocolate.
I can't with you.
It's nice. It's really nice. I enjoy it.
Which is perfect because we're gonna go into I can't with Ken.
So you know what really pisses me off? Like this happened the other day. So this bro, was driving and I'm driving, and he kept trying to get into the lane. And I was like, what are you doing, bro? You texting and driving or whatever? Turns out the dude, after like the third or fourth time, finally put his blinker on. And I was just like, you know what I mean? Like, go ahead, bro. Like in the flashing and all that. Because if someone gives me the signal that they need to move over, I'll let them move over. Like, I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, no. But that pissed me off. Like, who are you, bro? Gonna cause accidents. You know what I mean? And, yeah. Going in somewhere, it's a custom in the South. When you go in somewhere, you hold the door and, usually, hey, thanks. And you're like, yeah, you're welcome. When people don't say thank you for just the basic niceness, you know what I mean? It's just like, well, F you, bro. You're welcome. Like I said F. It's where is just simple kindness for people anymore? It's just one of those things that people are trying to help you out. It's just a sign of good gesture. Just like one time I used to work at Best Buy, right? And there was a woman carrying a TV. And I was walking and I said, hey, ma'am, do you want me to carry that for you? I got this big speech about how I was like misogynist and I didn't think women were able to do it. And like, I'm some like, big alpha male and like literally she said that to me. So I called my manager over who's a female and, cause she's like, I want to, talk to your boss cause I will not stand for this. And so she literally said, ma'am, if he didn't do that, I would be mad at him because that's what I expect out of my employees to help the customers out. That really pissed me off. Last thing is cyclists. Bro, get out of the road. Go on the side. There's a sidewalk. Go on the sidewalk. That's it. Sorry, guys. Ken with Ken. Ken with Ken. Ken with Ken is over.
I think in Australia, there's actually a really big problem with cyclist loss that I've heard. So that would be really interesting to hear it from Rostov if he's still in the chat.
Doug Savannah with the Canadian $2. You know what time it is? It's coffee time. Yes, it is. It's coffee time.
So next, we're going to actually move on to the Tiank fact of the day. If you'd like to take that over, sir.
Joel, I hope you're watching for the Tiank fact of the day. The Sherman tank was the most commonly used American tank in World War II. More than 50,000 Shermans were produced from 1942 to 1945. They were used in all combat theaters, not only by the United States, but also by Great Britain, the Free French. I didn't know that was a thing, the Free French. And China and even the Soviet Union. Initially developed to replace the M3 Grant Lee medium tank. The first Shermans were manufactured in 1942. Some early production models saw combat in North Africa in 1943. The model proved itself somewhat effective against German Mach 2 and Mach 4 Panzers, but it was thoroughly outclassed by the Tiger, the Panther, and the King Tiger tanks. That was local tank facts, or Tiank facts with Ken.
Very interesting. So if you don't know, you probably won't know because of how would you know this? My mom actually subscribed to Lolcow Cafe.
Really? That's beautiful.
Yeah, and she has everybody at her business watching it now, and it's so embarrassing. And I think around this time, she's probably in the office already, and she does like the world news, so let's get into that.
Good morning, Mama
American
Beans.
news.
Thank you for joining us. That's beautiful.
In American news, Alaska plane carrying 10 goes missing over Bering Sea amid harsh weather.
Bro, these planes. Yeah.
I'm getting tired of hearing all these plane stuff. Not that like I'm tired of the news. I'm tired of like all this stuff happening. Why is it happening? There's something that should be done because people rely on these planes to get to their destinations, and it seems more like Final Destination at this point.
Definitely. I believe I got a clip ready to go if you want to check it out.
Yes, sir.
From the Today Show. Actually, I don't know if I can play it because it's a copyright. Never mind. I ain't going to play it. It's copyright. Never mind. Sorry. But yes.
Well, although we can do a little summary. So a Bering Air Cessna caravan carrying... That word.
Cessna.
I am terrible with my words. Carrying 9 passengers and 1 pilot has gone missing in Alaska. The aircraft was en route from Unalakleet to Nome.
Beautiful.
These are weird words. A journey typically lasting under an hour. Contact was lost approximately 38 minutes after departure, with the plane's last known position over the Bering Sea, about 12 miles offshore. That's strange, only 12 miles and they got lost.
That is wild, man. I don't know. I don't know how much more plane news we're going to get, but I hope this is all coincidental I really truly do. Because this is just, it could be one of those things where since there's a lot of like heat on airlines, whatever happens with any kind of plane, like remotely in aviation, is going to get brought into the forefront just to kind of add to the, I guess, hysteria is the best word I can come up with. I don't know, man. It's sad.
So next up, Project 2025 think tank behind list naming woke federal workers. So a right-wing group has created a series of blacklists to target federal workers it believes the Trump administration should fire.
Didn't he say that Project 2025 he was not at all involved with?
I mean, politicians say a lot of things.
This doesn't say he's involved with them, but this is a group that's getting him information. If he uses that information, I don't know. I doubt we'll ever know. But yeah, I don't know.
It's true. I'm just opening up the article so far. So
no, you're good. So let's say founded in 2022, the group, this is talking about Project 2025, the group received $100,000 in funding for its first watch list, focused on the Department of Homeland Security from the Heritage Foundation, the right-wing think tank behind the conservative blueprint Project 2025. The foundation called its list initiative Project Sovereignty 2025, and it aimed at exposing the people behind the scenes who were advancing Biden's border policy. I don't know. It gets a little weird when you got like these foundations and people getting all this money to do all this work for politicians like in the foreground. Because, just like with any news, any type of like study, any type of research, there's going to be biases. There's always going to be biases. So it's hard to find something that's going to have both sides of the coin whenever they're trying to talk about something. So I don't know.
So, suitcase containing human remains found in East River near Governor's Island. So, on Wednesday evening, a suitcase containing human remains was discovered floating in the East River near Governor's Island. A passing vessel spotted the suitcase and alerted authorities, leading to the NYPD Harbor Unit to respond around 5:30 p.m. Upon retrieval and inspection, officers found the remains inside the suitcase and transported it to shore. Emergency medical services and medical examiner staff met the officers at Pier 16 to further investigate. At this time, it is unclear how long the suitcase has been in the water, and additional details have not been released, as the investigation is still in its early stages.
Bruh. That's funny, because, something called Governor's Island, you think it's like high society, rich people, politicians, whatever you want to call it. So there's like a dead person in there in a suitcase. Somebody trying to hide something. So to see what comes out of this, it could be nothing, could be something, but just where it's located, definitely is going to raise some questions.
So we do have Brugs in the chat saying, Jesus, dude, I didn't realize Lolcow Cafe was so dark. So sometimes it can get dark. We only have one section that talks about the world news, and sometimes it can get a little down, but that's why afterwards we have something called Sip and Smile News, because we never want to end it on a sour note or a dark note.
No, definitely not.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we're trying to bring the real world news. I can't talk. So that way everyone's informed of what's going on in the world today. But just like Ms. Bean said, we always try to end it on a high note, so.
So Trump calls for termination of 60 Minutes in fresh attack on U.S. media. So Donald Trump has called for the termination of 60 Minutes, a long-established fixture of U.S. journalism, in a fresh onslaught against the media that has also included baseless claims that money from the country's docket team, please, with these words. I can't talk.
She can't.
Beleaguered. I can't talk. My Florida came out. I'm sorry. Foreign aid body has been illicitly funding news organization. Interesting.
That is. So 60 Minutes has been around for decades. I mean, decades. I mean, Barbara Walters, the GOAT, was on there. You had, I can't think of other people's names, but, a lot of people that were like predominant newscasters or people that were like in the field doing interviews and all that. A lot of them have been on 60 Minutes with their interviews. So just trying to get that shut down. I don't know. Yeah. President also makes a baseless claim that USAID money has been illicitly funding news organizations.
So in October 2024, Trump filed a lawsuit against CBS seeking $10 billion over the interview with Harris that he called misleading, and asked the commission to compel CBS to release the transcript. Last week, the New York Times reported that Paramount representatives were in the settlement talks to resolve the Trump lawsuit. Paramount is seeking the FCC approval for an $8.4 billion merger with Skydance Media.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of like independent and like small like media outlets trying to be like bought out or hush hush or anything, because I feel that there should be media from all walks of life, right? There needs to be what the common person, like blue collar workers, listen to. Obviously they listen to whatever they want to. People that are the elite, stuff they listen to, because if news affects people differently depending on what it is. So independent news organizations a lot of times don't have that red tape that your CNNs or your Fox Newses or any of that has. So just like YouTube, they have a lot of independent journalists that travel around and interview people and talk to people, especially like in very poor parts of the country, just to try and get their stories out there. You got like Soft White Underbelly, one of the predominant dudes, with millions of subs, doing that. There needs to be education and there needs to be, foresight that not everybody lives the same. People need to understand there are people out there with tragedies, people out there with stories that need to be heard. So trying to shut down independent media from doing that and just having your CNNs and your Fox Newses and all that, I don't know, man. To me, we got freedom of the press for a reason, freedom of speech for a reason. So they shouldn't be shut down.
Exactly. I believe that journalism is very important, especially those who put their lives on the line to kind of get the front row seat to, let's just say, like wars and things of that nature. I think those people are very heroic and they're just out there trying to get the news to us. So I
Definitely.
think that's very interesting. So heroic armed pilot stops a 15-year-old who stormed airport with an AR-style rifle demanding a plane. This was yesterday's news, but a 15-year-old armed with an AR rifle stormed an airport demanding a plane, but was stopped by an armed pilot who intervened heroically. The teen motives remain unclear, and authorities from the Arkansas police are investigating the incident.
Yeah, so I don't know what the goal was. I don't know, because he showed up shortly before 7:35. So, he had a handgun and an AR style rifle. So, I mean, my man literally, it says here, he walked up to the airline ticket counter and ordered workers to get him a plane. Like, bro, this ain't GTA. You know what I mean? Like, it's not how it works. So I don't know what his goal was. I don't know, if he's trying to go somewhere. Not, I don't know if he's trying to escape a bad situation and he saw no other way out to do it. I don't know if he just went like bat poop crazy and try and go extreme routes. Usually when kids do something like this, it's not for just pure evil. A lot of times it's a cry for help. So, I don't know what's going on in his life. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But yeah, this is definitely intriguing. Definitely intriguing.
So, I said Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah, I said Arkansas because I don't know if you ever saw that meme before. The meme where it's like Kansas and Arkansas, like the dude like just screaming about America, please explain. Now my vocabulary when it comes to like the American states are just effed up.
I blame TikTok. Get that out of here, bro.
Grim is yelling at me in chat saying, "Speak English, gosh darn it." No, America, please explain.
You know what else I blame on a lot of things? Text messages, right? This is why. So text messages have eliminated face-to-face conversations, right? So back in my day, you know, if you wanted to have a friend, wanted to talk to someone that you were romantically interested in, you couldn't just text. You know, just like you have your keyboard warriors now, you know. My age is really showing, but I don't care. I'm gonna do this rant real quick. Text messages have ruined society. They have ruined social aspect of human beings. They have ruined basic vocabulary and basic grammar with the shorthand. You know, they took learning cursive out of the school system when you have to have cursive to sign documents. Like, bro, what are we doing? Like, I just can't with this crap. It's just, I don't know. I'm weird.
So
I'm showing my age, yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw Tess yesterday.
I'm embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed. I should be embarrassed. If you haven't seen Tess yesterday, Grim went into the fact that I love being made fun of sometimes. Like, he always makes fun of me, or he pokes at me and stuff like that, and I'll just like get all shy and giggly.
Yep.
And one of the main things that I feel like I can go into the next life happy if Tina gives me one of her special nicknames she does for people.
What?
She always gives people like a special like nickname to like make fun of them. For example, warning those who have this on loudspeaker and they have kids around. But Tina calls Grim like Dimple Dick for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, she calls him Dimple Dick anytime she sees him. And I crave having one of those nicknames from Tina. I want Tina to make fun of me. I want it so bad. But whenever people make fun of me, like, I don't really take offense to it that much. I like it. I like getting roasted. I don't know why. It's just something that, I don't know. So everybody just saying, like, Beans can't say Arkansas. She says Arkansas. I just find it so funny.
Zero Dead said, "Can bring back cursive and we cripple an entire generation." Facts, bro. Facts. We definitely will. I don't know. It's, again, I turned 39 this year, and I know in the internet terms, I'm basically dead waiting on my coffin. But, you know, it's just things just growing up, you know, being a kid in the 90s and just seeing the swarm of technology improvements that have happened. And just like, you know, I had my first cell phone in high school. Singular wireless, for those that remember singular wireless, right? Like, and then all of a sudden, oh man, the flip phone is out. Like, that was the hottest thing ever, was the flip phone. You know, and I don't know if y'all remember, like, the Sidekick. There we go. Thank you. The Sidekick from T-Mobile, the thing, and it just, you know, that was a big thing. I believe Dwayne Wade did a commercial for the Sidekicks. It was just so cool, you know. I don't know, man. Just, I see people just entrenched in their phones, always have their headphones in, staring at it. You know, it's just, there's no situational awareness going on. And yeah, it's weird. And then Nokia, the chirp, or like the push to talk, like the walkie talkie. I forgot what they call it. But Boost Mobile had that.
Indestructible ones.
Yeah. And then Boost Mobile had that for a little bit, and they got rid of it. But yeah, I'm old. Love you guys.
Well, one thing is, that's why I never really liked TikTok, because everybody that I notice who get on TikTok, granted, like, I go on Instagram Reels, and that's kind of the same thing, but, like, I've seen family members who come to visit from my country, and they'll just, like, be on TikTok for hours and hours, and it seems like they're so zombie-like, and yeah. I just wish we can go back to that time where, like, people, you know, want to talk to each other instead of being on their phones in the same room.
Bro, I was so happy when the TikTok ban hit, and I was just like, boom, delete, get this crap off my phone. I hate TikTok. I hate it with a passion. I don't want to look at teenagers dancing. I don't want to see like little kids doing pranks. That's weird. like I said, I'm almost 40. There's no reason a 40-year-old man should have a TikTok on his phone. All right. Obviously, if you're like, Keemstar or someone who's like social media for promotion, yeah, I get it. But just to sit there for hours just doing this, looking at like, children doing things. No man should be doing that. No woman should be doing that at 40. That's just me. But,
Well, the other thing that's sad is like whenever we were kids, we were more explorative, right?
yeah.
We can do silly things and not have it posted online for, the whole world to see, and it's going to stay there forever. Once you post something online, it's going to be
Oh, yeah.
there till the end of time. Something that I don't like is whenever people take videos of kids, like actual kids, they're minors, doing silly stuff or something that's super cringy, and they'll put it into these cringe compilations. Because now you're exposing them to like a whole audience of people who are just going to make fun of them. So I think that's like a very sad thing that we kind of, this is a horrible thing to say to the lol cow audience, because we kind of revel in that like cringe, in the making fun of other people, but at least we do it to adults. We don't do it to children.
And that's the other thing. Like there's some sick people in the world, and they'll take wholesome content and turn it into something perverted. Just like this whole drone BS, like people flying drones everywhere. You know what I mean? Like my thing is, if my kids are in the backyard and I see a drone going over my backyard with my kids in the backyard, I'm shooting that thing down. Like you're not flying over my kids with the damn drone. You're just not doing it. I don't give a damn if it costs you $1,000, bro. Don't put that in my backyard when my kids are out there. Like I can't. It's just no. It's weird. Too many weird people out there.
Speaking about things staying on the internet forever, we have Rostov in chat saying, "Never joke about punching a baby. It will follow you forever."
I saw the meme in the Discord. Someone created in the fucking pacifier.
Doodle.
GG's Rostov.
D66. Yeah, D66DLE. Doodle. I just call them Doodle. I love their artwork so much. And there's one piece of artwork that has Rostov and like these multiple angles, like punching baby Billy, and it is the funniest thing to me because it looks like old school cartoons.
Yeah,
I have it saved on my laptop. Like that is my background for my laptop.
That's beautiful. Zero Dead said that his drone cost him $2,500. Bro, I don't care if it costs you $1 million. You fly that thing over where my kids are, you're gonna be out, and I'm sorry. And if we got a problem, we can come talk. You can come and talk about it to me. And hopefully you're not going to pull out a gun to make it easy. That's all I'm going to say.
Can't with those drones.
I can't.
But I was speaking about my country earlier, and apparently we have a news article. The U.S. to seize Venezuelan President Maduro's plane held in Dominican Republic during Rubio visit. Worded weird. Let's see if the summary can break that down for us. So the U.S. is set to seize a plane belonging to Venezuelan's president, Nicolas Maduro, which has been held in the Dominican Republic. The move comes amid a visit by the U.S. Senator Marco Rubio, a strong critic of Maduro's government. The aircraft, reportedly linked to sanction violations, is expected to be confiscated as part of ongoing U.S. efforts to pressure the Venezuelan regime. Interesting.
Yeah, so here's a picture of the ceased on the airplane on there. While Mr. Rubio was there. Dominican Republic, I'd never really heard of anything like crazy or whatever. The plane is a Dassault Falcon 200 that has been used by Maduro on and top aides, including his vice president and defense minister, to travel the world, including visits to Greece, Turkey, Russia, and Cuba. And what Washington says are violations of U.S. sanctions, according to the State Department. Interesting. Sorry, Maduro, you're out, bro.
It's kind of funny because the word Maduro, whenever you're speaking Spanish, means like being mature. So this is kind of like an immature thing to do. So this is a very inmaduro thing to do to Maduro.
You know what's funny? So whenever I hear that, I hear I think it's menudo, which is like beef tongue, I think. Yeah, I hear that because people sometimes they make pozole with it. Oh, Keemstar is here. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Good.
Beautiful.
Sorry, I just had to mute the stream. I've been washing. How are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm great. It's Friday. Great end of the week.
Pretty good.
I never know what day of the week it is. I
That's-
didn't even know it was Friday.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think with all the constant shows, you kind of forget what day it is. It just feels like a constant cycle of like going to sleep, waking up,
Holy
again, watching all the
shit!
shows.
Yo, Scott became a crown.
What?
Scott, bro.
Here?
Yes.
How much money does he have?
Scott, bro. I can't.
Bro, we need to do something.
we-
That's fucking insane.
That's awesome, dude. Thank you. I never thought. I don't know.
Ken, you got to do a backflip on that bed. Something has to happen. Holy fuck.
I don't want to put a hole in the wall. Scott, I owe you one, bro. I owe you one so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, bro. Like I did not think that would happen. You saw he came a crown on test too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, fuck Scott. He's not a crown on Lolcow Live. Piece of shit.
We appreciate you, Scott, seriously. And we're going to be talking later. I'm going to do something for you. We're going to talk later.
All right, Beans, you're going to have to slap the doggy. Doggy's getting hit.
I pulled a muscle.
Good job, Beans. Man, but seriously, Scott, thank you so much. That is amazing of you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, that's insane, dude. Guys, spam those fucking crowns. Good
Yes.
Lord. I'm sorry. I come in here, I corrupt everything, start yelling and screaming, cursing. Sorry,
Yeah.
everyone.
And then we got a crown out of it. We appreciate it, bro. Yeah, so I wanted to ask you. So we've been, obviously covering the news, and there's a lot of like plane things happening, like the one in Alaska disappearing with 10 people on it. My question:
When did that happen?
last night or yesterday? Like, there's literally a Cessna that just disappeared out of the sky with 10 people on it. So I don't know if since things are happening, there's more of a light on aviation news, but I hope this is coincidental and it's just random things that are happening. It just happens to be one after the other.
On Dromler, I just ran a story that there was 5 major plane accidents within 45 days. This would make it 6.
Yeah.
I find it very strange that it's being politicalized, right? Trump stopped DE hire or whatever the hell. Like, that doesn't make sense. It wouldn't have enough time to come into effect. I don't know what's going on, to be honest.
It's weird. Like it's
I would be worried that our systems are hacked in some way,
Yeah. I know Billy the Fridge had the I guess the theory of the drones that were being spotted. But now with Alaska disappearing, I don't know, this is the first one that's not on the East Coast. Because all the other ones are on the East Coast. So I don't know if possibly moving around, it's just weird. Super weird.
I tell you what, I'm not flying to Fat Camp.
No.
I'm not. I don't want to fly this year because of all this nonsense. I'm serious.
Definitely not. Mishima Bloodline 12 gifted 1 Local Cafe membership. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. That is awesome. All the support, guys, is phenomenal. Like, seriously, we greatly appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. Seriously, thank you.
To the person that said I look 4 feet tall. Oh, I can't curse. I can't curse in the morning.
It's 4.5.
That half is very important, Mr. Keemstar. Very important.
Yeah.
Bro, does your boyfriend want to kill me or what? I was explaining to him, I was like, Grim, you can stream anytime you want. Like, we negotiated this thing, and then all of a sudden he's like fighting with Tech Talk and stuff, and I guess there was some confusion. I thought we were on the same page. I'm like, bro.
I think it's because like now there's like 2 lives on airs, but there's no like second members waiting. So they were like going back and forth on who was in members waiting for Tech Talk or for test.
We may need to
So that was like one of the biggest issues.
We need to have a secondary members waiting, like whenever there's like 2 shows at the same time. We can always delete it to stop confusion, but
I don't like having 2 live on airs, to be honest. I don't.
That makes sense.
I can delete it if you want me to.
yeah, you could delete it, but then we need one. I don't like it because it's confusing.
Yeah.
But what it should be changed to is like Studio B or something. You know,
Oh,
it
yeah.
has to have a completely different name.
Yeah.
So it's not confusing. Oh my God, Smoking Homebrew with a 5 gifted member.
Thank you so much, guys. Make sure you thank Smoking Homebrew. He's an amazing person on our docket team. He's always in it to win it. So thank you.
What are your plans for tomorrow? Are you guys doing a show tomorrow or no?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
Because I'm going to take over the Sunday mornings for cafe.
Beautiful.
I had
Thank
such
you.
a good time. Like, I'm going to make that like a staple.
That's awesome. Thank you. And then I don't know if you saw my message. Next Friday I can't be here because of a doctor's appointment, but Beans.
I'll cover for you.
Oh, you will? Okay.
Yeah, if you need me. But you just got to remind me like the day before.
I got you. Yeah. I got you. So it'd be the Keem and Bean show for Valentine's Day, everybody. That's it's going to be awesome. Mishima Bloodline with another locale gift or cafe gifted. Thank you. The support is amazing, guys. Seriously, thank you.
Valentine's Day, we're off. Just so you know, like Local Live is off. I can do the morning show. That's not a problem, but we're
Okay.
off.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Are the other shows going to be going or just not Locale Live?
It's Valentine's Day, so it's like do what you want type of thing.
Okay, cool. Got you. So Grim says, I agree with Keem Studio A and B, and then A and B waiting as well. I think that would definitely clear things up a little bit.
Yeah, that's easy. We can get that done today.
Yeah. I can do it after the stream if you want me to.
I'm just doing.
Speaking of tomorrow, we are going to do a show, but then I'm going to go over to Grimm's house, and I think that he wanted to do, because you said schedules don't matter on the weekends. He wanted to do kind of like a half a day or maybe even a full day stream, where possibly he was thinking if he gets enough donos, he might shave the beard.
About time, bro. Don't shave it. Just trim it, bro. That shit's
Yeah.
growing sideways.
Yeah. I definitely had to keep mine trimmed because mine gets nice and bushy and it's like neck beard and super.
Grimm's beard looks like this. Like, what up? What's
When
going
he gets
on?
into
I
an
love my
accordion, he
beard.
can just...
Oh, yeah. Do you remember Jordy's beard like 10 years ago when he was just straight
Yeah.
bald and it was just out to here? I was like, bro, come on,
Yeah, I
man.
can't, bro.
I
I
will-
love my beard to death, but I need it like aerodynamic, bro. There's wind up here, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I've always been a fan of like the trim beard. I know when I first got out the army, I let that thing go, and my wife was like, "No, you have to trim it," because it would tickle her, and she hated it. So I got to keep it trimmed now.
Bro, Grimm looked like he's making moonshine up in the hills.
He definitely does.
Hey, he's my little homeless man.
I remember.
Speaking about that, you guys have been dating for like 7 years. How come you guys don't live together?
Florida sucks when it comes to prices nowadays. Like even a one bedroom can be like 1,500 or more depending on where you live.
Oh wow.
That's wild.
Yeah, taxes pretty bad. It's just difficult altogether. Especially because I didn't really get a job until this year. I was in university for the past 4 years, getting my degree, and just getting a job in anything medical or science if you want to call it that. It's difficult. I applied probably to more than 100 jobs, and only 5 will reach out to me.
That's
And even
wild.
then, I don't get the job. Yeah.
I
Florida's
don't mean to
difficult.
pull a wings. How come your car isn't running? I mean,
Oh yeah.
I was just curious.
Grim in chat said, "I love my beard. Fight me, Keem. I'm keeping my damn beard. I'll see you in non-existent locale court." Yeah. Nah.
I can't see him because he's white. I expected Grim to be green supporting his lady.
That's beautiful.
True. I fought him so much on that, by the way. I was like, how come I am, not only am I a mod for Test, but I'm also subscribed. I'm pretty sure I'm Banworld or Cash Cow or something of the sort. But I'm basically giving you money every month and you can't support me in my show? Get
Damn,
outta here.
Grim. Damn. I can't.
I don't know, guys. When I hear that, it just seems grim. But bum.
We love the pun. We love the pun. Oh man. So how'd you like Airsoft Fatty last night?
Oh, it was a good time. It was a good time. It's really crazy. The more you focus on like making good content, right, on your show, the less money you'll make on your show.
Yeah. People do enjoy the shit show on Locale Live. I've definitely noticed that, like monetarily.
Have you ever noticed when there's like really good content happening in the Local Live universe, people are like captivated. They're just watching and they're like, "Ooh, this is good. This is good. This is good." When nothing's going on, it's like, let me send $20 to annoy the fuck out of them. Bro, it's like
Grim with the cash cow. Thank you, Grim. Thank you for supporting your lady. That's very big of you. Thank you. We
oh,
appreciate
dude,
that.
I am so good at bullying people into spending money. I swear to God.
Well, you've been around long enough, man. You definitely got it down pat.
You know, me and Great Girl, we got off on the wrong foot, and now like I see her as a member in every show. Great Girl's a legend.
Yeah, Great Girl's awesome.
She's awesome.
We talk about our heritage sometimes, in chats when I'm talking about Greece or whatever. It's pretty cool to have somebody to talk to about it.
Bro, and I also see SYD everywhere. I don't see the man though. I don't see Chat Pancake. But I do see him in the Discord. He's always in the Discord.
He's always in the Discord. Yeah. Sid's a big supporter. That's awesome. Rastov's always in here. Rastov's the GOAT. Everybody loves him. So
He's always in here.
I'd be sleeping.
Hop in members waiting, bro. I want to hear about you and Billy with the Aussie snack tasting. I want to hear about that. Hop in members waiting, bro.
Oh, we do have Dean. I don't know if you wanted to bring him in and from members waiting.
Yeah, let's see what Dean has to say. Mr. Dean, good morning, sir.
Hey, Dean. You just mute it. You just mute it yourself, Dean.
Doug Savannah, welcome to Band World. Thank you, Doug Savannah. We appreciate you. Always see you in chat talking stuff. Thank you. Appreciate it. There he is. You're muted,
Dean,
sir.
you're muted.
Unmute yourself.
Muted.
You're muted.
There we go.
Hi, everyone. I wanted to say hello. I want to say a huge love to Beans. I think you're great. Everyone knows I'm kind of more to the right of politics, but I want to talk about hair. I said this the other day. I'd love to see. I know you said you don't like straighten it because it all frizzes. But you've got beautiful skin. I'm doing the gay eye for the straight somebody. Pull it back. Beautiful. Can hair. You're not balding.
Non-existent.
No Greek person can ever go balding. Ever. It just won't happen. Honestly, mate.
Dean,
I'd like it trimmed even more. You're a beautiful guy. Yeah.
Dean, I just got one question. Dean, what do you like?
Well, apparently I sexually harass males in VC. That's from John. He hates gay people. I know. We've been through that. I don't care.
Does John really hate gay people?
I haven't heard it. I know we've talked to John in my chat, whatever. But.
Yeah, it was on Lolcout Aussie yesterday, about 50 minutes before the end. And Twiggy confirmed that John and Freshy Fresh have a religious cult, to bring gay people off of there.
I think they're trolling bro.
John's kicked me off of VC and kicked others off of VC 24 times in connection to me. I
have to defend my boy Freshy Fresh for a moment. He's annoyed me to high hell. For multiple
I don't mind that because I'm the most sort of unwoke gay ever. But that's the accusation.
I'm used to like Grim annoying me all the time, but now I have Freshy Fresh, and like now it's not even annoying. I'm just like, this is my friend. But Freshy Fresh. So I wasn't there. But some people baited him into saying we should do something about the gay problem.
Yeah.
And everybody took that and ran with it.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
wanted to do locale politics, which, please, Freshy Fresh, do not talk
You're not
about
the guy
politics.
for that, bro. You're not the guy.
You're
Fresh.
not the guy.
You're not the guy.
Yeah, so we baited him. I wasn't there. We baited him into saying we should do something about the gay problem, while Humphrey, which is somebody who is in the
I
LGBTQ
love
plus
Humphrey.
community,
Yeah, it's
was
great.
in there. So yeah, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
I can see Freshy Fresh 1 week into his political career. The Nazis weren't that bad.
Yeah, let's not don't do that.
1 week.
Freshy Fresh. We
Oh,
love
yeah.
Freshy Fresh.
Oh,
No, I don't
dude.
take it seriously at all. I really don't care. But I was winding Mr. Keemstar up about the whole gay arc stuff with Boogie and everything. The most unwoke right-wing person ever. But
Dude, I don't
it's
understand
funny, but
why can Boogie not be gay? That's not right. That's
because he's fat and ugly. Gay
But that's
people aren't fat
sexist.
and ugly.
I mean,
There's some bears out there that may not be the best of lookers.
I told I was a bear in certain communities, so I don't know what that means.
No, you're not fat enough to be a bear, darling. You're, I'm going to get accused of sexually harassing people again.
You're good, bro.
Sorry,
I'm not gonna accuse you. I promise. I'm not that guy. I can.
I know, but I'm used to it. But I am going to stop posting in Maine, and I'm not going back on VC as a result of all the accusations. I mean, sexually harassing. I was a college lecturer for probably 20,000 young men over
You
my
were a
lifetime.
college
I've been
what?
accused from that before, apart from on this stream.
You were a
you were
college.
a professor?
Yeah.
What the hell can you teach?
I was teaching mental health, psychology. That's the other thing I want to talk about was video games. The way that they actually turn people's brains, into kind of like the gambling addiction, with all the neurotransmitters and the brain clicking off. That's a big thing. That was one of the best things I've heard on Lockout Cafe.
I
Oh,
think
well,
one of
what
my
I'm
favorite
hearing
shows.
here is that you
What's
should be
that?
on locale therapy.
No, I can't be on a show. I don't want to be on a show. I have a severe social anxiety disorder, so I like chilled sort of shows like this. I know Beans,
Well,
famous
that's
myself. So
that's
you
just like-
understand. So I prefer my health, my family, my friends to money.
Well, that's just life in general, right? Because like even streaming, right? Someone becomes a member and it's like you get that reward system. Or let's say you're chopping wood and you get an entire thing done, right? You get this reward system. I mean, that's just life in general. I feel like we
It's
overanalyze.
really bad though, Keem, at the moment. All the video games, I love gaming, but all of the little ding, 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 ding type stuff going on there is really bad for people's health.
I disagree. I think we overanalyze everything. And I think we say, oh, this is bad, that is bad, this is bad. And what we do is we create weak people, because if you say, all these reward systems in a video game are so bad for your health, what you're basically saying is that, we don't have the ability to separate ourselves from the video game. And, you're
I think
basically
that's a
saying
little bit similar. It's similar to what they were going on about before about aggression in relation to video games. Like they had that killer in where was it, in Norway? It said he was a World of Warcraft player. So obviously everything is to do with video games. So I totally accept that.
Yeah, but Dean, I have a history book. I can see that aggression was.
You certainly have a history, darling.
Yeah, well, I can tell you for a fact that aggression was way worse through history.
No, yeah, for sure.
All you have.
I'm agreeing with you.
All you have to do is
insane.
go back to the 70s, where before video games, and there was way more aggression in the world. So it's like
I taught aggression as a lecture for 20 odd years, and I agree with you. Yeah, I mean,
We go
it's
back
stupid.
even farther to the Vikings, and it's just like, okay, we come into a spot, we rape everyone, we murder
I
everyone.
do think there is something to do with notifications and the little mini rewards and all that kind of thing. I love playing Hearthstone. It's my favorite thing. It's like ping, ping, ping. There's always something going on there. But
All right, Mr.
yeah, I
Unicorn,
agree with you.
fishing.
It's
We're gonna
fine.
let
You
you go.
can say that with fishing. I'm on a riverbank, right?
I'm
And
off.
every time I get a
All right.
fish, ding, ding, ding. You could say that with
Ding.
anything.
You ding, ding, ding all the time, darling. Bye.
Take care, buddy.
Bro.
I love Dean.
Rostov. What's up, Rostov?
Hey, how you guys going?
Doing well. How are you, sir?
I am tired.
You're probably laying in bed right now, aren't you?
I sure am.
That's beautiful. So, how was the show last night? I heard Billy was trying Australian snacks.
Dude, Mafsy came through. He sent like a package of like a couple $100 worth of Australian and New Zealand snacks to Billy, and he ate them all on stream, and it was really cool.
Oh yeah.
Rostov, how come local Aussie sucks so much?
Well, it's because we didn't get like a whole month of fucking promo like Queens. We don't have like beef with Tina. We're not Review Tech USA taking our shirt off. We don't have the Glammy Lammy controversy.
So you're not as entertaining then. That's what's
I
going on.
mean, bro, fuck. Why you do this to me, man? Like, I hate that I'm so easy to one guy. It fucks me off so much. Sorry, I'm not allowed to swear.
Speaking of which, how do you feel about Airsoft Fatty possibly taking your spot on Aussies?
I mean, bro, like, don't take my spot, but that guy seems cool as shit. I wouldn't mind working with him at all.
No, I'm gonna develop a show with Airsoft Fatty, and if he is up at that time, like 2 a.m. to 4 a.m., I think you guys are going right. If he's up around that time, I'm just gonna have him like volunteer over there for like a week or something, just to get a feel of it, right?
Yeah.
That would be so cool. Like, I mean, like Xylee and Billy jump on pretty much every day, and like that's been really awesome as well. But we're just trying to figure out ways to kind of draw more people in.
Well, your show sucks. Let me promote mine. Tonight on Lolcal Live, we have a counselor, right? And we're going to do couples counselor. Oh, yeah. Wings of Redemption, Kelly, and the counselor. It's going to be so good.
That is
Tonight,
gonna be good.
6:30 p.m. Eastern, live on Lolcal Live. Fuck Aussie.
Beautiful.
Why do you think my show sucks, hey?
Because I'm never up at that time, so I never get to watch it. So I have no idea what happens over there.
Same.
Dude, I love that so much, right? We get away with all sorts of crap because it's like the boss ain't watching.
Yeah. No, I'm just joking. I don't think your show sucks.
Right, I mean, we lit a fire under everybody. We got 4 crowns, then everyone wanted crowns, and then we got a bunch of members. So everyone's asking for members. I mean, even though you don't know we exist, we making waves, sort of.
Yeah.
Just
And by
small.
Beyond the box said in the chat, Keem, what's that on your head? Well, obviously, I'm doing community service, and I'm walking down the street here, and I'm picking up new members on Cafe.
Hey. As always, we appreciate
Congrats on
it.
your crown, guys. That's
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool.
King Scott's
Scott's
awesome.
the man.
RKO Glorious 52. Remember to hit that like button. Yes, guys, please hit the like button. Get us out there a little bit more. I know we're at an oddball time compared to everybody else, but it's a vibe we're trying to set here. So we appreciate all the support, hitting that like button, subscribing, everything. Thank you, guys.
It's a little bit messed up because yesterday, once I saw that it was King Scott who did the whole crown thing on test, I was gonna put it in chat, but I was like, let me not say something so controversial. But I told Grim, I guess that's one way of saying sorry for complimenting your girlfriend's chesticle region.
I don't know.
Wait, I'm lost.
I don't
What?
know the lore behind that. What happened?
Oh, I thought we weren't outing that on stream. Okay, cool.
You outed stream on your thing. On your
Yeah, but they
channel.
didn't say his name.
Oh yeah.
Wait, King Scott has a girlfriend?
No. okay, so the whole premise is that we were in VC, me and a group of people. King Scott was there. And we're just talking. And then I made a joke of like, yeah, I'm like a 13-year-old boy with like small boobies. And Petty, he always makes fun of me. He was like kind of dogging on me. Everybody was talking at the same time, and then all of a sudden it got quiet, and King Scott just goes, "I think you got nice boobies." It was the most autistic comment I have ever heard in my life, and I didn't even say anything. I was like,
What do you
"That's cool, bud."
Like, what do you say to that? What do you say to that? I can't.
Exactly. Like, we had mods in there and they didn't even ban him or anything because we were just like, he just needs some social training. It's okay.
Dude becomes a crown and you fucking out him straight off the rip. That's awesome.
Dude, King Scott, you are a loser.
GG's. Hot sauce.
We love you.
Hot sauce with the 199. Did you see Tech Talk last night?
Fuck TikTok. They
Dude.
can suck my nuts.
So I was listening to Rewind, and Jay came in and said that Rich was just losing it, and he was like crashing out, and he hadn't seen him this mad in a long time. I don't know what happened. Keem is looking away because some other stuff. I don't know, but yeah.
They got mad because I called them out for scripting content. They got really mad.
Got it.
And then they didn't give us a redirect, so I was really upset.
Well, damn, that's sad.
Yeah, that's just balls.
Earlier, Grim was in main chat saying, it's not your fault with your show. It's the time too. I don't blame them. But do they really suck if they have like 4 crowns? LOL.
Guys, I gotta go make a drum alert. Ken, let me just say, you have nice boobies.
Appreciate it, King. Thank you, sir. Oh man. Well, Rostov, now that we got you without the boss, how do you really feel?
Dude, I actually got real triggered right before my show last night because people
really?
were like, yeah, TikTok finished an hour early. Well, no, technically they went like 30 minutes over, but they didn't give us a redirect, and then everyone was expecting us to just like pick up the ball like we always do. And so I got I got upset. I'll admit it. I got upset. I kind of like people started trolling me, so I was like timing them out in our stream chat for like 10 minutes and shit. I was like, "No, I'm not dealing with you today."
Your haters are your biggest watchers. You know what I mean? Like, as long as like TOS isn't broke, just let it ride. If they're breaking TOS, obviously, yes, hide the message and time them out. But if they're just talking like crap, just let it ride, bro. Because
I wasn't thinking at the moment at the time though. You know,
yeah. Well, you get the interactions, you get the high chat rate and all that. So just let it ride. Like, I don't, bro. People talk crap about me in chat all the time. Hot Sauce 199. Jay was trolling Rich hard. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I was still at work and I was listening to Rewind. But
it happens. You know, I jump on. I try to be as real as I possibly can. You know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, sometimes that involves being a bit upset, but everyone made me feel better, and it was cool.
Oh no, I get it, dude. Because when I was on my old show, the after show, when I was on there, in the beginning, we got so much hate, bro. Like, the Discord hated us. People would just troll us and all of that. We just kept putting content out there, and we ended up getting a fan base, right? So, and that led me here into the LCU. Granted, things fell out, but I found my home in Lockout Cafe, so that's just the thing you have to remember, bro. You're going to get hate. Not everybody's going to like you. I know you've built a persona on being a nice guy, and I get that. Because everyone wants to be nice. Someone wants to be just an asshole. I know I just swore right there, but I don't care. I'll take the L on that. No one wants to be an asshole like all the time. Unless you're just a hardcore troll. But, if you're going to be on here for an hour and a half, 2 hours on, time on end, you're going to get hate. People are not going to like you. They're going to talk smack. But as long as they're not breaking TOS, bro, just let it ride. And then you
Oh,
could,
I usually do. It was just not the night for it, you know. Like I was just it was Discord, it was the stream, and then I was like, you know what?
yeah.
I was like this close to just canceling it, but I'm too professional for that, and I was like, no, I'm not going to let you win.
Nah, bro,
Um,
you got to use it as fuel because, you hate me so much. You're still watching me. You're still watching me just to hate me. And at that point, you're giving me ad revenue. You're making me money hate watching me. Just keep on,
we weren't
bro.
even live. That was
Keep
the
on.
thing. Like they were trying to bully me into going live early, and like they were.
Oh, okay.
That's like I was like, we were literally an hour early, and that I was like, look, you guys donate something if you want us to go early.
I got
But
you.
TikTok like not giving us a redirect because we were an hour later is just actually not fair.
You know what's funny, bro? We never get a redirect. We just start.
I would send you one, but you'd have to make it like before.
Not gonna happen, sir. I love you, Rostov, but that's not gonna happen. I need my beauty sleep. Look at this face. Look
Yeah,
at
I
this
know.
skin. Look at this beard line. I need my beauty sleep, Rostov. But
I understand.
but no,
But if
dude.
it ever comes to that, I'll do it for you.
Nah, I appreciate you, bro. I know you will. But I'll go ahead and let you go, sir. I know you. I know you're in bed. I appreciate the watch. I appreciate the chat always, and you coming on is always a gem in the diamond of rough and the bad news that we have to give. So I thank you, Rostov.
You
We
guys are
appreciate you.
amazing. I love this show. You guys deserve all the support. You
Thank
have
you,
a
sir.
great day.
Take care, bud.
Peace.
You got it. Cool.
I love Rostov. He's so wholesome.
Oh,
like
yeah.
even though he was ranting, like in the beginning of his episode last night, like it was just great ASMR for me. Like I fell asleep to it. Just him being like angry, but it was like angry in lowercase, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. The day he snaps and just goes off like a Ken Kant session, that's gonna break the LCU, bro. Because no one's ever anticipating that. That's the funny part.
Well, I thought he was so close to doing that. Whenever he was playing the quarry, and Billy came in, Becky came in, they were all like dogpiling him, being like, "What are you doing?" And he was just like, I'm scared, and I'm even more scared now that you guys are in here."
Yeah.
So yeah, whenever that does happen, it's going to be one for the ages.
It's gonna be something. So in the spirit of uniformity, we're going to do 90 minutes, just like everybody else is, as always, guys, thank you for the support. We got about 8 minutes left. I want to make sure we do the Grimm clips from King Scott being the GOAT. You know what I mean? I want to make sure we watch that because it honestly is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So I appreciate the support. King Scott, you coming through, being a crown for us, bro. That really does mean a lot to me. And we're going to talk for something I can do for you, dude. Seriously, thank you. So let's check this out.
What I'm going to do.
Oh, Grimm. Hope you're still watching, Grimm, so you can see yourself in your own reaction.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a specific
Look at that beard, guys. Just imagine it shaved. Imagine that beard shaved. Just the clean face Grimm. You know what I mean? I digress. I'm sorry. I digress.
not show, but like a specific image of just Scott. It's just going to be Scott with a crown, okay? That's it. That's all we're doing. This is all we're doing today. Okay? Cuz Beans is going to get that crown. I'm sorry, the crown. Well, she's my queen. Let's be honest.
Hey.
No, but she's gonna get that ring. She's gonna get that ring, right? This is ridiculous. Scott, you did not need to do that. But I truly do appreciate that. Tess got a crown before cafe. Damn, Ken, let me have this. Let me have this.
That was funny.
What I'm gonna do is
That was great. Again, Grimm, you 100% deserve it, bro. You've sacrificed to make Test happen. You do a great job on that show, man. You 100% deserve it, and I'm very happy for you. Obviously, King Scott came through for us as well. We love you, King Scott. Thank you, sir. But, Grimm, you 100% deserve it, bro. So just that's awesome. And I'm very happy Beans is getting a step closer. Some hardware on that finger. Let's look at Grimm's raw reaction. I believe this is the raw reaction where Grimm got his crown.
Oh wow, Scott.
The face of disbelief, bro. Trust me, I didn't know either, bro. Oh, his face is getting red. Oh,
Scott, what
that is beautiful.
fuck? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, fam. Not once did I think this would happen on this show.
He's my little cutie
Oh
patootie.
my god.
Yeah,
Scott, I
That is
truly
beautiful.
appreciate that. Holy fuck, man. Damn, before Lockout Queens is kind of sad. I ain't gonna lie to you. Damn, dead ass. That's
I am taking a quick break right now to just say I appreciate.
There he is. What's up, bro? Congratulations. That's awesome. That is amazing. You know, you did, like I said, you
Yeah.
definitely deserve it, sir. You definitely do.
I really do appreciate that. No, in all honesty, I'm happy you guys got a crown too, because I was just like, damn, Scott really needs to give it to her, really.
Nah, dude. Nah. So here's the thing. You got a ring to save up for, bro. You do. And trust me, when I bought my ring, 8 years ago almost, I knew how expensive they were then. We all know inflation's a biatch. So,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah, I'm making sure to get something special for her. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe it'll be on stream. Who knows? You know,
100%.
Maybe the cow suit.
Ooh.
I wouldn't
So-
do that. I won't do that.
So I'm gonna tell you real quick. This is what I did. Okay, just maybe you can do this. Maybe you don't want to. I'm just gonna tell you what I did. Right. So I took her mother and father out to dinner to ask them permission. I'm a very traditional person. Okay, and we had been together 4 years at that point, 4 or 5 years at that point. And obviously we had the conversation. They said yes and everything. So what we did was we were going out for Sunday breakfast, but I diverted to a jewelry store. And she was like, "What are we doing here?" I'm like, "Let's go inside. Let's see something real quick." She was like, "No, I'm not going in there." And her mom and dad were like, "No, you got to go. Come on." So we went in there. She was super beat red, embarrassed and all that. So we went up to the counter and I was like, I'm thinking of buying this girl a ring. And she was super embarrassed. I'm like, I want to see her put some rings on so I have an understanding of what she wants and what she likes and what looks good on her. She eventually went with it and all that. And bro, I saw the perfect thing on her finger. Her face, bro, was just pure happiness and joy. So I was like, there it is. So afterwards we were done. She hated me for a day, but that's fine. And, I went back later on and I had to get it customized and all that because of what she wanted. So that was fine. I did that. And, I bought it in May, waited until December that I finally proposed to her. So
It was adorable.
It's one of those things where I knew what I wanted to get her, but I knew she was going to hate it. So I was like, let me see what's on your finger. Let me see what you like. Let me see what you want. And then I still implemented a little bit what I wanted, but I made sure that it was the right one for her. So that's what I did. I don't know if you want to do anything like that, but just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
That you were able to save it until December, like hide it away. Like there was no time where she like almost found it or something.
No, not
Women
once.
are like detectives.
Well, her parents kept it.
Oh, smart. Oh, that is big brain.
Her parents, we were living together at the time, right? But yeah, her parents kept it for me. And then whenever we were packing up and all that stuff, I texted them like 4 or 5 times. You got the ring right? You got the ring right? Just wanted to make sure. And then I got a custom jewelry box with our names on it and the date engraved.
That's
I got
cute.
that too. So.
That is amazing. And obviously, you guys still have that and cherish it.
Oh yeah, 100%. She loves it. So
That's amazing.
yeah, but just
No.
saying, bro. That's what I did. I don't know if you want to, do anything with it, but
I figured it out. I got it. It's in the cards.
Again, right? It's just one of those things where I want her to be happy with the ring. I want her to be comfortable, but I also want to put my own flair into it. So that's why I did it.
Speaking of which, since I'm taking my 15-minute break, because I'm at work, in case people don't realize, because they're asking me why am I not here, and I'm like, I can pop in for a little bit,
Yeah.
right? But I have something nicely planned out for her this month because this month is obviously Valentine's, which is next week, exactly next week,
Of course.
and the week after that is her birthday.
Ooh.
And so, yeah, so I'm going to be giving her back to back, wonderful treatment. She's going to have really nice dates that I have planned out for quite a while. Had to get reservations. That's all I'm saying.
Shit.
I'll leave it at that.
Oh
So,
shit.
spend a pretty penny on that. But
That's
that's
beautiful.
probably why the ring isn't here yet. I'm just
Oh, yeah.
trying to treat you right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's awesome, bro. Yeah, look at Beans light up like the sunshine that she is. That is awesome. I love you guys.
Love her.
I'm very
Love her to
happy.
death.
I'm very happy. I'm a part of y'all's relationship right now. I'm like the third wheel, but like way
He's the
over
guy in the
here.
middle. Yeah.
That
I
is
love him,
awesome.
baby.
I love you guys, man. This is beautiful. This definitely is beautiful. So,
Well, I just wanted to pop in for a little bit and at least give my 2 cents. I really appreciate you guys,
that's awesome,
supporting me, but also Cafe, greatest show. If you don't like it, fight me. All right. Cafe's the
You
fucking
say that,
best.
but
All
you
right.
weren't a member for the longest time.
I'm a member. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
he
I'm a
is
member
green.
right now.
He is green. I've seen him green, so I got to defend him.
Sorry,
I'm not gonna
not
let
sorry.
you ruin my good moment with your gaslighting. Okay, bye.
Definitely. All right, guys. I think that's a good way to end the show. Miss Beans lighting up like the sunshine she is. When Mr. Grimm came in here, with his guest appearance. We love them here at Locale Cafe. And again, I'm very entrenched in y'all's relationship at this moment, so I have to be a part of everything now. I just want to tell you that, Miss Beans.
I really appreciate it, and I'm sorry I'm so red right now.
You're fine. You should be. Because that's the man you love. Obviously he's going to embarrass you sometimes. That's our job as men, to embarrass all ladies. So if he can't make you blush, he ain't the man for you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we're gonna go a little bit over, and that's completely fine. My job texted me saying that, like, oh, we don't really need you right now.
Okay.
But yeah, so I know there's a lot of people in chat saying, like, oh, well, Beans is, like, trying to pressure him too hard. This is all in, like, jokes, like, good fun. I tell him all the time, like, you can propose to me with a ring pop, and I'll probably still say yes, like, that sort of thing. Yeah, I just think that it's a very wholesome thing that we get to share our relationship with you guys. And you guys can see how we work together, because it might look very wholesome on stream. And we are very wholesome, but we also are very much assholes to each other. Like, he can bug the crap out of me, but I also love it. He can bug the crap out of me, and I can bug the crap out of him. Or like, there was one episode of Test where I kind of got on at night, and I was very much, bullying him, and people thought, like, oh, this is a terrible relationship. No, it's the best relationship, because it feels more like I'm with my best friend than like anything else. He's my best friend and my lover.
That's how it's supposed to be. My wife is my best friend, and one thing with her, I love to make her mad because her eyes turn a little green. She has hazel eyes. So whenever she gets mad, her eyes go a little like greenish, like a hue or whatever. So, I said, I love it when your eyes are green. So I literally, push her buttons on purpose. So that's always fun. But yeah, if you can't laugh and joke together, or if you feel you have to be a certain kind of way around somebody, they're not the person for you. You need to be yourself, because they need to fall in love with who you are as a person. And 7 years in, y'all know each other front, back, up and down, sideways, left, right, all that stuff, right? So that's a beautiful thing. It's very much is a beautiful thing. I will say, though, I hope he does not propose on stream, because that would be cheesy as hell and kind of like corny. I'm someone that I think it should be very intimate, just the two of you. But again, that's his call. I'm not telling him what to do. But, hopefully if he does propose on stream, it's on Locale Cafe.
Hopefully. This is the only wholesome place to do it. Everywhere else would be kind of WWE Rumble type.
Definitely. And this is what we can do. We can set a like a goal. Like, if we reach this goal, Grandma will propose to Beans.
As long as it's not in the cow suit, okay? As long as it's not in the cow suit.
Definitely. Nah, I'm just chilling. I'm just kidding. But yeah, guys, W's in the chat for Grimm. W's in the chat for Beans. They are amazing human beings. And again,
W's in the chat for King Scott for being a crown on both channels.
Yes. We love you, King Scott. You are always coming through, and you are an awesome person. And again, bro, We're Talk Later is something that we can do. Obviously we love you here, so thank you. Really, really, really appreciate it. Guys, that's the show. It's great. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for chilling with us. You know, it's always good to end on a wholesome moment, end on, you know, love and care, because we need more of that in the world. We need more loving. We need more caring. We need more emotion, you know, and not just be angry. We don't need to be angry all the time. We need to be yelling all the time. Don't need to be arguing all the time. Just, you know, there is some bad with the news sometimes, but when you can end, you know, on a lighter note, then the day is going to be beautiful. So we love you guys here at Locale Cafe. Thank you for being here the entire time with us. Thank you to our docket team. You guys make this job so easy. So easy. And I really, really appreciate y'all. So, Ms. Beans, anything before we close this out?
I'm so flustered I can't even think right now. But yeah, make sure that you have a great day today. I think this was a lovely note to start your day. Just continue that positivity. If you can do one kind act today, I would really appreciate it.
That's beautiful. All right, guys, on that note, we love y'all. Take care. Until next time, enjoy your Friday. We'll be here tomorrow, so we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
Good morning, y'all. It's Rise and Shine. Grab your coffee cup, come spend some time. I know it's early, the start of a new day. No need to worry, it's Locale Cafe. Rise and shine, baby. Wake and bake. Clear out your mind, baby. Just take a break. Locale